Hey, this is Sly with Pixel Soup Games, and this is First Impression, where we're going to take a look at a game from an indie game dev perspective and provide our first impression of the game within the first 15 to 30 minutes of gameplay. Alright, so let's try it out. So this is nice here, we've got a little UI that just stays up there. It's non-intrusive. Visuals are pretty nice. And let's see, we can do a dash with W. Okay, and S teleport. Okay, right. Okay, yeah, S. Oh, sorry, S interacts. Okay. Alright, cool. Let's check it out. So the character's pretty nice. There's some nice glow effects on the sword. And music is calming. It's kind of smooth. I like this little hand here. It has some pretty neat animation. Yeah, look at that. I think you can even see him struggling whenever he's picking it up. You can see like the sweat or something coming off of him, or is that just the rain? Yeah, I think that's just the rain. And I really like the little emerald that's following him. The wall jump is pretty smooth. I guess this nice little drag. It's a nice smoke effect for you. Oh, that's pretty neat. I like this this green kind of line effect there that's following me. Now, I know these levels, I think they're procedurally generated. This is saying at the bottom of the screen that I'm on level 3. So I just started level 3, or I guess these platforms I can just stay on it for a second. Okay. Yeah, so I am starting level 3. That was kind of neat. I went by the torch and it blew it up. There's some gems. What's up here? Seems to be something over there. What is this? Okay. Whoa. That's those little jump things. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Oh wait, I think these are... What's this? These are teleports. Not too sure how those teleport works. Okay, so I think that's a jumping. Jump up there again, then there's level 2 over here. What is this? Hello friend. This is just following me now, or what? What about this one? Music is nice. We're starting to get the hang of it. And now that we have some gameplay in, let's provide our first impression of Himno. The game is beautiful to look at. It is very visually appealing. The music and sound effects whenever you're playing the game is very fitting, and the creator really nailed the controls in this game. It has some very nice effects. Whenever you look at it, the atmosphere, all the lighting and everything just creates a very nice world to look at. The game had some really nice animations. The character sliding down the walls, or whenever he's jumping or just hanging on the edge, the UI is not intrusive. It's really easy to get sucked into the world. Now on the bad side, there's really a couple of things. The first one is that there's too little guidance. Whenever I played the game, there was a lot of time where I got confused as to what I should be doing or how should I be interacting with certain things. There's no objectives. And I understand this is an exploration game, but at the same time, the game has a lot to offer. It'd be nice to have a little bit of guidance as to something you could strive for. I think one of the main reasons for that feeling that you get whenever you're playing where it's kind of confusing and that alone honestly kind of put me off is the worlds are procedurally generated, so whenever you start the first level you're thrown in randomized kind of world, and I think maybe if just the first level was created by hand and structured in such a way that you can learn what different gems are, different items are, by forcing you to take a certain path and interact with these things. And when that little section is done, you go in the door and then you have unlimited amount of procedural worlds. So you have your little tutorial, and it's not an intrusive one where you have somebody explaining you everything. It's just structured in the first level instead. And here are our main takeaway from our first impression of Himno that we would like to take into our own game. The particle effect when sliding down the wall, the hanging whenever at the edge of a platform, I thought that added a lot of depth to the controls. And we want to make sure that the level designs are doing a good job at introducing the game's mechanic intuitively as the player is progressing through the level, which is the main thing I did not quite like about playing this game. Also keep an eye out for our next how-to video in Unity, where I'm going to show you how we're going to add these particle effects of sliding down the wall for our main character. And if you'd like to see what our platformer game that we're currently working on looks like at this stage, I invite you to go and check out our devlogs that are made by Matt, which are the Cave Woman devlogs. Okay, thank you everybody for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and was able to take something away as well from watching this first impression video. I'm going to leave the link to the Steam page of this game, Himno, into the description. It's definitely worthwhile to look at it. There's a lot of things that are done really well in this game. And I just want to point out that I believe that the creator has made a new version of this where you actually have some enemies and some item collection and maybe even some base building element to it. It looks very interesting. All right, take care everybody.